Hello friends, welcome to the series of lecture on digital marketing and e-commerce, and I am Dr. Suchita Vishwakarma, Assistant Professor with Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Today our topic of discussion is going to be email marketing, and we would understand its basic concepts. We will have a quick introduction and we will also understand the significance of email marketing. Now, email is a very common word that very common concept which all of us have been using, and email is basically the electronic mail. That means we as individuals, we as professionals use this particular email concept for communicating to people. We exchange the emails for the professional and personal purposes. We try to connect with the people through emails. We try to send informations, various kinds of informations for to people for by the purpose of email. Gone are the days when we used to send the letters. Now letters, the postal method is very traditional method. Obviously, I do not want to say that we do not use postal methods. We do use it, but we know that email is much more critical nowadays, because it has a very fast delivery process, and we can ascertain that whether the person to whom we have sent the particular email has reached or not. We can also know that whether the person has read the email or not, and we can have a quicker response through the email in comparison to the traditional postal methods. So, the same concept has now also been accepted and very much into adopted by the marketers also, by the companies also, for informing their about the products, about the company, about the various kind of information that they want to communicate with their customers. So, let us have a look of the email marketing practices, and let us also understand that why email marketing is becoming a huge success. So, let us get started. So, over here we can see that email is basically a powerful marketing channel which has been used by the companies, and it is basically a direct marketing method where the companies use this particular this method of emailing to through the digital platform to promote about their products and services. And email marketing does involve advertising and promotional marketing efforts. That means the companies do advertise about their products, they do also promote about their product. They inform their customers about their new launched products. They inform about through the email marketing concept. The marketers informs about the new offers that they have, about the various kinds of activities that the company is undergoing through, and various kind of various kind of other informations also. So, email marketing is basically a direct marketing method which is used for a commercial purpose, and these emails are sent to not one but obviously group of people who are using the electronic mail. So, basically this concept every mail sent to potential or current customer should be considered as email marketing. This is what was said by Jackson and G. Cornier in 1999. So, let us also have over here have a look of the journey of email. The first email, as I had told you all earlier also, the first email was sent in 1971 by a computer engineer, Ray Tomlinson, and basically the email that he had sent basically consisted of a few numbers, and it was an kind of a mail which he had sent it to himself. But then after the proper receipt of the email, he realized that how beneficial and how effective this particular email could be. And then in 1978, a marketing manager at Digital Equipment Corp named Gary Churek was the first one to use the email as a commercial purpose, and then he had sent emails to somewhere around 400 people, where he had which resulted into about 13 million of sales. So, so he again realized that after sending just 400 emails, the turnover of his company increased a lot. and then by 90s the internet had become commercially available to masses. So, by 90s most of the people started creating their own email IDs, and the number of individuals, the customers had who were using email increased, which again led to a greater opportunity for the companies to target such people who were using emails. And then in 2019 there were some around 3.9 billion global email users. This particular data was shared by statistica.com. So the marketers were open, and the opportunity increased to 3.9 billion global email users. And it is also shared by Fluent Inbox report in 2018 that around 80% of the Americans check their email at least once per day, while and 80% of the business professionals also believe that email marketing increases customer retention, because every individual, every professional has been studied that every individual, every professional at least checks their email once a day and even more. And whenever you are opening a email inbox of yours, then you are actually looking at each and every email that you have received, and depending on the importance that the particular email has for you, there is a higher tendency of the individual to open it, click it at least once, and then obviously the information that is being that the company is trying to convey to the customer becomes very visible to the recipient. So, the purpose of email marketing is basically to increase brand awareness. That means the company is using the email marketing concept for the increasing the brand awareness. That means they are sending the emails, the commercial emails to the people for making the people aware about what the product is, what the brand is, how the company is doing, what are the different kind of products that they have, and what are the services. It also helps in boosting sales. That means that the companies are also using the email for sending the promotional offers that they have. It could be related to sale, it could be related to any other particular offer for an individual or group of individual, or it could be kind of sharing certain coupons or some certain these sales promotional activities. So all of these lead to lead generation, and then ultimately leads to increase of sales. Then this email marketing is also used by companies to build credibility. That means whenever there is a whenever the company is basically that means the company is basically trying to connect with the customers in case of all issues, all complaints, all grievances, for getting the feedback, for informing them, so that the customers, the individuals feel more connected, and they know that yes, this is a company who is trying to connect and give a personalized attention to them, and so that again builds a lot of trust and credibility for the company. These email marketing concepts are also driving traffic to your website, because as soon as you send an email, there is a high chance of the visitor or the customer to click your email, and then usually these emails have certain links into them, which if clicked goes back to the website directly. So there is a increase in the traffic, that means the visit to the website. Then it also reduces long cycle sales, because the company is able to very quickly track the problems that the customer is finding, or is able to interact very responsively and very actively with the clients that they have, so that actually reduces the complete sales cycle. And there are a lot of automatic routine tasks also. That means there are a lot of automatic emails, automated emails, which we would obviously see in the later part of this lecture, where the company sets the emails in this manner that it gets automatically sent to the customer as soon as he does any purchase or kind of things. For example, whenever you might have done any kind of purchase, you might have received a thank you note as an email, then you also get to know about the status of or you also get the links of tracking your particular packages. Then you also get the daily or the I mean alternate day, you receive the status of what is happening, whether it has been shipped, whether it has been delivered, what is the status, where it has been reached. So that means that helps the company and the customer get more of more interactive and know the status. So that actually builds the relationship between the company and the customer, and helps the customer convert into a loyal customer. So, over here we need to see now that what are the different types of emails which are there. There are various kinds of emails, as you can see that these are welcome emails, email newsletters. Now, over here we you need to understand that welcome emails are usually those mails which are sent by the company to their customers, to their prospective customers, once they have logged in or signed up the particular website for the first time, or when they have done the purchasing for the first time. That means as soon as you sign up any of the e-commerce site or any of the company's website, then you receive a welcome email that yes, we welcome you, and these are the various kinds of products that you have, and we would like to have a long term relationship with you. So these are the usual content which are part of welcome email. Then the second kind of email is email newsletter. Newsletter, as you all know, is basically a kind of short, obviously newsletter can be in printed form, can be a paper format, or can be a digital format. So, since we are talking about the digital marketing, let us concentrate towards the digital newsletter. So, digital newsletter are short journal kind of things which basically comprise of all the news, relevant informations that have happened in the organization for past 3 months, 6 months, or a year. So, it basically helps the customer get updated with the various kinds of activities within the organization or the industry. So, email newsletters are basically those which have such newsletters, such short journals attached with them, and which are sent to the customers. Then you have dedicated emails. Dedicated emails could be one which are very personalized in nature, and which is sent not to the group, but which may be sent only to 1 or 2 people at a time. And the purpose the purpose of these emails is in response to a query which has been raised by the customer, or a complaint which has been raised by the customer. So, for addressing those kind of queries or complaints, such kind of dedicated emails are sent. Then we have lead nurturing emails. Lead nurturing emails are those which are sent to those people who are seen as a prospect, and the purpose of this kind of email is to funnel down the visitors into lead generated, and then into this would further help into conversion of these prospects into the final customers. So, these are called lead nurturing emails. Then we have sponsorship emails where the emails are sent for attracting the sponsorships, for having for sharing the information related to the sponsorships that they have. Then we have transaction emails. Transaction emails are basically those which are sent to the customers when they have purchased any product. So, it could be kind of thank you emails, or it could be kind of payment related emails, or it could be related to the details of the product shipped or delivered, or the tracking IDs, or certain kind of things. Then we have re-engagement emails, where the intention of the company who is sending the email is to engage the people and re-engage the people, the visitors and the customers. That means it has certain it may have certain quizzes, it may have certain games attached to it, or it may have certain things which basically which basically increases the traffic into their website. So, it may have certain links, it may have certain gamifications kind of things. So, these are called re-engagement emails. Then we have brand story. That means the company may also want to share that what is the particular brand that they have recently launched, or the detail of a particular brand, and then they want to share that how this brand has developed, and what are the various features, and what are the characteristics, and what all about that means specific to a particular brand of the company. Then we have review request emails also, where the company can request the where the company wants to request the customers to provide them a review, that means a rating kind of, where they are looking forward for a feedback. Then we also have automated triggered emails. As I said, that automated triggered emails are somewhat like thank you email. As soon as you do a particular transaction, these emails, automated triggered emails, are not sent manually, but are system generated, and it is automatically sent to all those people who have done the purchase, or all those people who have checked the website or such kind of things. So, these are auto generated kind of emails. Now, moving ahead, you can see that there are various kind of service providers who are providing the service of email marketing, and to name few, we have SendPulse, we have MailChimp, we have GetResponse, we have Constant Contacts and all, and any person who is actually looking forward to start up with email marketing practices can compare can compare among all these and even other service providers on the basis of the subscribers that they have, or the kind of emails permissions that they want to that they have that they have. Now, over here you may want to know that why what is the need of having a service provider, and why shall a company not use their original personalized Rediff or Yahoo or Gmail email ID for sending the mails to the customers. So, over here you need to understand that the normal personalized email IDs that we have do not allow us to send the emails for a commercial purpose. That means they restrict the number of emails that I can send to people. It varies from the email service provider, from one to another service provider. So, for adopting a email marketing practice for a commercial purpose, you are compelled to have a service provider, because then only you will be having access to as high as 15,000 emails per month or 12,000 emails per month, which would otherwise not be there. So, over here you can see that there are various characteristics on which you can do a comparison. Now, again you can see that Pulse has allows you to send somewhere around 15,000 emails to 500 subscribers. Then MailChimp again has allows you to send somewhere around 12,000 emails to 2,000 subscribers. Then we have MadMimi, which provides you the access to unlimited emails to 100 subscribers. That means whenever actually what happens, that whenever you are sending an email to a customer, it is not a one time activity. You design a campaign in which you plan to send continuous at least 10 to 15 emails within a month to the customers. So, this is what it is, that one can send unlimited, or maybe 15,000, 12,000, 4,000 or whatever. So, it is to the subscribers that you have. That means we will obviously understand it in more detail. That means whenever we are designing a campaign, we need to set up a calendar that we are sending the emails on a regular and periodic basis. Now, looking at our own Gmail email service, this Gmail email service provides allows to send 500 emails within 24 hours. So, it is again very user friendly, very company oriented, where a company can choose to send 500 emails also within a one day. And then it provides you lot of other value added services in terms of pre-designed templates and subscription forms, and it also gives you helps you compare the emails by A/B testing and other analytics, and also helps you to personalize the emails. Now, let us understand that how to start email marketing. Once a company has actually decided to start with the email marketing practice, then they need to define the email based marketing plan for the organization. That means, what is the intention for which they want to adopt this particular practice, whether they want to create brand awareness, or whether they want to increase the sales, or whether they want to interact with their customers, or have a two-sided communication, or what is the objective. That means the organization needs to do a goal setting for the email marketing. Then they need to understand and determine the purpose, that is what is the purpose of marketing, why email marketing has been used, that means what is the timeline that they want to have for the email marketing, whether they want to do it one time, that means for let us say for 1 month or 6 months or for a regular basis, then what are the kind of efforts that they are putting into other kind of marketing activities, then what is the current status that they have, whether how much leads they want to have, are they actually looking for lead generation, or they are simply wanting to have this email marketing practice for brand awareness and creation and increasing the trust or the credibility of the organization or the goodwill of the organization. So, such kind of things. Then this is something that they should be very clear, that what is the orientation that they want to have. Then the third step is that building a strong database. Now, companies must adhere to this principle that they should not send emails to any person randomly. They should only be sending the emails to all those people only who have actually subscribed or allowed the company to send the emails. That means building a strong database is very important. Unless and until you have a strong database of the prospective customers who are interested to know about your company, you should not send the email. And so, there are various service providers which actually help in this particular activity too. Now, the fourth step is privacy policy. The company should actually understand that the emails are the emails of the inboxes of the individuals, the customers, is very private thing, and where the emails should not be shared to any other company without their permission. And so, this is privacy policy must be adhered by the companies. Then the companies must also understand that what is which department are they making responsible for sending the emails, and what is the kind of information that they want to share with their customers or with their prospects. Then obviously designing the content and then developing the content in such a manner that it becomes very attractive is also something very important in case of email marketing. And then not only that, I mean, once the text has been created and developed and has been sent, then obviously the tracking of the email campaign is also very important, because then only you will understand that what has been the delivery rate, how many people have actually opened the email, whether they have clicked on the email or not. Because if you are targeting to right set of people, then obviously your click through rate should increase through email marketing, and if your click through rate is not very good, then probably you should try to change your target market to somewhere else, or you have probably not done a good targeting. So, this is the method through which you start up with the email marketing. Let us also have a quick look on the significance of email marketing. So, basically email marketing is something which is very highly targeted and dynamic and personalized contents. That means the company can design a customized or personalized content for each set of customers that they want to that they are targeting, and it is very dynamic. That means I can keep on changing the content every time, and I can personalize it. I can add names to the person to whom the content is being shared. So, basically this helps develop a very good relationship with the customers. Then it is very immediate process, as we all know that sending an email, and once you have sent it, it reaches the recipient within seconds. So, and as soon as it reaches, there is a chance of the customers clicking on the website and clicking on the email and then responding to it. So, it leads to shorter lead time also. In email marketing, there is a high chance of, I mean, there is a complete opportunity for the company to test it before sending it and to get the feedback and response beforehand. That means I can target a few known people of mine, and then I can send a particular email, and then I can understand that what is the kind of response or what is the understanding that they are having, and accordingly I can reshape or refine the content that I have developed for my e-marketing campaign. Then obviously email marketing is basically measurable. That means I can know the metrics, that how many have checked, how many have not checked, and accordingly I can understand the effectiveness of the campaign that we have designed. Then it also leads to greater insight of consumer behavior. That means I will be able to understand that what is how my particular target market or consumers behave, and whether they do like the content or not, and what is that they are liking and what is that they are not liking. And obviously I will have a bigger reach, because obviously email marketing will not take me much of cost, and I will be able to reach to the people all across the world. The email marketing practices also leads to better conversion rate, and it is very cost effective in comparison to any other marketing methods, because the cost involved by cost that has to be paid to these email marketing service providers is not very high. And then it also helps in integrating. I mean, this email marketing is one practice which should not be adopted in isolation. It should be in integration with other marketing methods which or marketing channels which are being used by the company. Now, over here we have learned a lot about the importance of the email marketing. Now, there are certain challenges also related to email marketing which you should be very well aware of, so that you can make an effective campaign. So, the first challenge is undelivered emails. There are a lot of chances that the email which has been received, the email address that which has been received by us is incorrect or has been wrongly typed or so, and which leads to undelivered emails. So, the bouncing rate of emails is quite high. Then email response decay, that means there are chances that the company has sent a particular communication to the customer through the email, but the customer or the recipient has not responded, and this has actually, I mean, there was no usefulness, or probably the recipient did not find the email very attractive or useful, and so did not even bother to open it or reply to it. Then the third challenge is renderability. That means there are times when companies try to attach lot of images, visuals, videos in their email. As a result, the emails become quite heavy, and there are chances that the email does not open in the manner that they should have been, and because of the delay in the opening of the email, the customer found it very I mean tedious or maybe boring, and so would have closed the email. So, that would also lead to ineffectiveness, increase in the ineffectiveness of the particular campaign or the email practice. Then obviously there is expense in terms of not only the service provider's expense, but also in terms of the person that has to be recruited or that has to be kept for adopting this adopting this practice, because the person who would be designing the content, who would be sending the emails on a regular basis, that is obviously one of the expense. Then email overload is one of the factor. That means there are times that companies are pushing off lot of emails to the customer, and as a result the customer gets irritated, and probably there is a overloading, there is a lot of stuffing of emails to the recipient's inbox, and such, which is not very much desirable and liked by the customers. Then there are also chances to transit many software viruses, because there are lot of spam emails also which are being sent by various companies, and which has lot of viruses, and so the people, the individual, the customers do not actually like to open each and every email. They prefer to open emails only from those whom they actually know. So, there are a lot of such kind of things also which are not very desirous. So, with this I am finishing up my this particular lecture. I hope this lecture would have helped you understand the concepts of email marketing, and for further understanding you can go to these references. So, thank you.